May kembot ako. I had the privilege of watching The Kingdom several days back, even before the red carpet premiere. I got to see up close the props that were critical to the story, and there was an opportunity to listen to the production and creative team talk about the movie's journey from ideation to execution. Klaro natin ha, the movie is a work of fiction depicting an uncolonized Philippines, the Kingdom of Kalayaan. They consulted with history and anthropology experts from UP Diliman, so their treatment was solid. They also got inspiration from the experience of Thailand, the only country in Southeast Asia that was not colonized. This production, the creatives, the acting are all worth experiencing. Manood kayo. I am not giving any spoilers. Suffice it to say na it is a story about family, pero it is also a story of the universal struggle for power. This is Vic Soto's first serious film role, so it helped na yung character niya had to be regal, had to moderate his emotions. Piolo Pascual was convincing as a tortured, emotional soul, pero not as a sunburned farmer. He's too cute, parang hindi bagay. Christine Reyes, Sue Ramirez, and Sid Lucero also gave noteworthy performances. Yung premise na what if hindi nga tayo na-colonize, ang sarap pag-isipan. Merong mga pinakita sa pelikula that totally made sense to me. Okay lang sa akin kung ganun pa rin. I'll give you some examples. First, the Kingdom of Kalayaan was the master of the seas. Diba? Napaliligiran tayo ng tubig. 500 years ago, may inter-island travel na tayo. Diba dapat we should be a naval superpower by now? Next, our language would not have any loanwords from Spanish or English. Mahirap imagine, lalong mahirap gawin. Kaya naman para silang palaging nagbabalagtasan sa movie. They also spoke English because Kalayaan was a modern society, of course. Ano pa? People had progressive ideas about love and intimacy. The movie alluded to a job called tagasiping without any malice. Pre-colonial Philippines was polygamous and polyamorous after all. There were some things in the movie that would bother me if it happens in our society today. Una, divisive yung societal hierarchy depicted in the movie. The Boxer Codex and the early Spanish explorers described and even illustrated how that was with the Maginoos, the Maharlikas, the Alipins. The terms vary depending on geography and on the jobs. In the movie, the royal family carried titles like Lakan, Magat, and Dayang. The Baganis were the regular military and the Kalasags were the royal guard. Piolo's character was a tinatwa or an outcast because of a generational sin. Para siyang alipin na hindi na makakabangon dahil maraming restrictions sa kanya na namana lang niya. May dialogue sa movie, the Lakan said, mahirap makita ang katwiran mula sa ibaba. And the tinatwa said, mahirap makita ang katotohanan mula sa itaas. That captures the contrast between the privilege and the hopelessness in a world without societal justice. Related ito doon sa treating tattoos as a status symbol. Sa pre-colonial history natin, kapag may accomplishment ka, you get a tattoo. Your body is your life story. Ang problema lang if the playing field is not level. In the movie, the Lakan had full body tattoo. Sulu is restricted from getting any, kaya he was discriminated even by the Malayas or the regular citizens. May line sa movie, wala sa tinta ng katawan ang kulay ng puso. The traditional measures of success should not determine one's worth. Ika nga. Pangalawa, yung legal system nila was punitive, an eye for an eye, literal. Mas malapit ito dun sa sistema ng mga lumang tao. The principle is called lex talionis, which is Latin for law of exact retaliation. Hindi uso ang rehab. One is punished in the exact same way as one harmed others. Kung pumatay ka ng dalawang tao, ang punishment nun, ikaw at isang kapamilya mo will also be put to death. Also, ang kasalanan ng ama, kasalanan ng anak. It was a disincentive to commit crimes kasi mapapahamak yung buong pamilya mo at ang mga apo mo. Related ito to how they depicted the Lakan. In the modern world, he cannot just be a politician. He had to be a warrior like his ancestors. He had to be able to use a weapon. He had a role in the justice system, specifically the executioner. Pangatlo, Filipinos are naturally spiritual. Meron tayong tendency to associate the heads of the church with having that unquestionable connection with the divine. Whether it was the prideless in the past or in this case, the punong babaylan, we give them power over us. In the movie, the punong babaylan sat in cabinet meetings, which makes sense kasi the Lakan was considered kadugo ni Bathala. Imagine having generations of leaders with a false sense of privilege that they are direct descendants of God. Hindi mo sila pwedeng i-question, hindi mo sila pwedeng pintasan kasi it is synonymous to questioning the divine. If you wanted to rebel against the Lakan, you would need to have a different religion because there is no division between the church and state. Related ito sa how today we elevate families and dynasties who have been in power for the longest time. Mala royal family na sila. May loyalists and die-hard supporters sila. We elect familiar surnames because the laws and systems are designed to prolong their hold onto power. Magpapaka-OA ako ha. The movie made me rethink my understanding of what it means to be Filipino. The film made me think about our nationhood. Paano lalabas yung national identity natin kung we came from multiple independent kingdoms? How would our identity as a people evolve kung wala tayong mananakop? Kasi malakas ang regionalism natin eh. Would we have come together? O mag-aaway-away tayo-tayo lang ng medyo matagal? It is easier to come together if we had a common enemy. The film made me think about citizenship. How would we show our love for country in an uncolonized Philippines? Would it be based on loyalty to the monarchy or a broader concept of community and humanity? Would you have loyalty for a society built on a hierarchy that crushes the most vulnerable? Posible na iba yung value system natin kung ganun ang nangyari. The kingdom reimagines our present by changing our past. Could have been ika nga. This is definitely an enjoyable cinematic journey. Freebie na lang yung mga tanong tungkol sa kabuluhan ng pagiging Pilipino natin. Nood po kayo. O diba?
Meow meow.